Good morning. It's Thursday, May 20th or 24th, sorry. My name is Dave May. I'm the creator of Thorostat at Thorostat, Thorostat on Twitter. Putting out videos here on handicapping, full card selections, as well as um, individual races, live streaming on big race days. I use Stats Race Lens to handicap to kind of dig in and kind of cut through the noise of just the past performances, angles that I like, um, different ways to handicap, especially using speed figures. I give a top four selections for every race I handicap. I typically play my top two when I play the NHC, um, but top pick selection, win in place, play however you normally play. Exactas, trifectas with the top four. If you play daily doubles, great. Just use my expertise, my analysis, and my selections, and how I handicap to help you kind of find some value, throw out a favorite, whatever it is, how you play it that way. We're going to dive right into race one here at PARX. Um, Perfect. So PARX race one, we are looking at 6.5 furlongs on the main track. PARX was a Paco kind of day yesterday. I was a little off, um, which leads me to believe today is going to be a good day. It's typically how it plays at PARX. It's kind of hot and cold. We're only really playing PARX because of the turf that we got going on. So I like the three I love Jackson on top with this late uh, pace and speed here. Definitely going to be the favorite at 2-1. But underneath, I think we can get some value with the two uh, Assad, the four Stay Hydrated, and the six Petulant Delight. So I'm going to use the three I Love Jackson on top here at PARX in race one. Hopefully get the monkey off of our back here a little bit. Took some shots yesterday, wanted to beat some favorites, didn't happen. Paco Lopez was winning on some horses, but we're gonna go with the the six Petulant Delight as our second choice, the four Stay Hydrated, and the two Assad underneath. 6-4-2. Race one, PARX. Three, I Love Jackson on top of the four. Stay Hydrated, the six Petulant Delight, and the two Assad. Opener here at PARX, race one, 3, 4, 6, and 2. Race two, PARX on Wednesday, May 24th. We got a mile and 70 yards here on the main track, and we've got some horses that have some mid-ish speed. I'm going to try to dig into this race and beat this favorite. I don't know what we're going to find here. It may just be, it is what it is, but not a ton of class. A bunch of horses dropping out of some higher classes here in the starter optional ranks and dropping down to the claiming ranks. Yeah, nothing. A little bit lower level here. Um, I think the six definitely has this. Miss Chamita has the most consistent speed and pace figures. Just total pure speed in this race. So I'm going to go with the six on top. A little chalky. I thought PARX would play differently. When I see the chalk on here, typically it's going to be a challenge. The three Far Heart is going to be my second selection. Underneath, the five Delightful Dreamer and the four Rollin' and Controllin'. So we're going to go 6, 3, 5, and 4. Sorry, 5 and 4 here at PARX. Top selection, race 2 here at PARX. The 6, Miss Chamita, just the pure speed in this route race. Over the 3, 5, and 4. PARX, race 2, 6354. PARX, race 3. We got 7/8 of a mile on the main track, $5,000 claiming event. We have some earlier speed here between the 1 and the 7. I'm going to go with the 2, Healy's Hope, just because there is some late speed here. The 1, I think the 1 will hang on, our Good Time Charlie, for second. I like the 2, Healy's Hope, just because of this late pace, and it's the first value other than the favorite I see here in the first handful of races. With the 2, Healy's Hope as our top selection. The 1, our Good Time Charlie, will hang on for second. The 4, Put the Glass Down, the favorite, I think will uh, finish out the tries and supers here. And the 5, Samurai Saint, to wrap out our top 4 selections. Top selection here, PARX, race 3, Healy's Hope, morning line 3-1. Over the 1, our Good Time Charlie. Over the 4, Put the Glass Down. Over the 5, Samurai Saint. PARX, race 3, 2, 1, 4, and 5. PARX race 4, maiden claiming mile on the main track. We've got a 7-horse field. The 6 seems to be just the absolute speed of this race. But I like to look for prices. I'm going to be playing today's card in the NHC feeder for Friday. Try to have a couple feeders going to win seats for the weekend. To try to win seats to Vegas because I do play on the tour. I think the 6 will run out front. I definitely think that there's a possibility the 6 either wins by 5+ lengths, or the 7 out of Uptown Charlie Brown out of a lemon drop kid mare will run this horse down. Uptown Charlie Brown's do phenomenal here at PARX and in Pennsylvania. This is a PA bred maiden special to maiden claiming. Timothy Shaw, 50%, 100% in the money, 315% ROI here. Off of a layoff since April. I'm going to take Zappy Fishbine on top as our top selection here. Coming back after almost a month off. And we're going to go with 7 Zappy Fishbine, the top selection, 6-1 morning line odds. Looks like it's going to go off closer to 8, 9, 10-1, depending on how much action here is at PARX. Over the 6, DeSantis, who's going to be the favorite. The 2, actually, let's jump in. Let's see what's going on with the 2. The 2 and the 3, 1, 2, and 3 are going to be close to wrapping it up for me to finish out the top 4. The 2, second time starter. 3 is switching surfaces, doing a whole bunch of different back and forth stuff for John Service. The 1's been off since October. Really have a hard time playing that horse. So, freshening off the turf here. John Service switches from Paco Lopez to Frankie Pennington on the 3. So we're going to go with the 3, Check It Up, third, and the 2, Back East, to wrap out our top 4 here in race 4 at PARX. But the surprise, I think, of this race is going to be the 7, Zappy Fishbine, morning line 6-1 top selection. Over the 6, DeSantis. Over the 3, Check It Up. And the 2, Back East. Top 4 selections here, race 4 at PARX. 7, 6, 3, and 2. PARX, race 5, maiden claiming, mile 70 yards on the turf. Not much class here, and speed, honestly, all throughout. So I'm going to look at some pedigrees here and dive into the PPs. I think the 7 and the 5 show some pace. I think the 3 is very easily beatable as the favorite here. We'll jump into the 3 first, and I'll kind of just show you what I don't like. Layoff, all these different surface changes, trying to figure it out. Irish War Cry, sweet. Jamie Ness, let's beat Jamie Ness here. He's pretty cold at PARX recently, but the horse that I'm going to look at, also off a layoff, the thing I don't like, and I know that's going to change, is this horse has just been running on the the dirt. I get it. It's PARX. It's wintertime. Waiting for the turf to come around. Took a little bit of a layoff. Been working since. But it's out of Temple City. Dynaformer, sire. Michael Sanchez, 18% last 10 days, 17% on the turf in 48 starts. And the surface switch here for Mario Montoya, 14% dirt to turf. And maiden claiming, 33%, 73% ROI. It's really ringing a bell for me because of the classiness of Temple City as a sire on the turf, mile and 70 yards, right within his wheelhouse for his progeny. So we're gonna outwit the speed figures here. We're gonna go with the 6 Cape Nedic on top. I know it says 31 as a late speed figure. The pedigree to me matters more at a morning line 8-1. There's going to be some significant value there, especially in a field like this. On the turf at PARX, I like the 7 if we are going to look into speed figures now. A little bit more than the 5. 5's got some early speed. Early speed's been hanging on in the mix at PARX here the last couple of days. So we're going to go 7, end of the rainbow underneath. With the 5, Thendora's Lost, and the 3, Sing Scat. Down here, it really doesn't matter to me as long as they're just in the ticket. Whether you're going to play multi-race exotics or exactas and trifectas. But what stands out to me here is going to be the 6 out of Temple City, Cape Nedic, morning line 8-1, top selection, PARX race 5, over the 7, End of the Rainbow, over the 5, Thendora's Lost, over the 3, Sing Scat. We're going to change these up. I put them in numerical order. So PARX, race 5, mile and 70 yards on the turf. We're going to go 6 over 7 over 5 over 3, 6, 7, 5, 3, PARX race 5. PARX race 6, mile and 70 yard starter allowance on the main track. We are looking over the speed figures here early and late, see if anyone can kind of pull away. The 5 just has the best speed, it looks like, top to bottom in this race. Is there anything underneath here that can run in the mix? Two, 4, and 7. We're going to dive into 2, 4, and 7 to kind of wrap out. I think the 5 is just going to be tough to beat as the favorite here. So we're not going to try to beat it. It'll be our top selection. 2, 4. This 4 ran a 92 last race and actually beat the 2. And the 7 has some class here. Likes PARX, likes the distance. 5, 7. All right. We're going to go 5, Malibu Star, over the 1, Flat Out Flying, over the 7, Brett's World, and the 2, Texas Basin. Top selection, no surprise, the 5, Malibu Star, 1, Flat Out Flying, sorry, Brett's World, and the 2, Texas Basin. PARX, race 6, 5, 1, 7, and 2. PARX, race 7, mile and 70 yards, starter optional claiming. Um, 2 is going to be also hard to beat in this one. Hold the Flight. I like the 2 because of the late speed, late pace, and just pretty consistent middle runner here. So morning line favorite 2, Hold the Flight will be our top selection here in race 7 at PARX. I think the 8, um, while the 8 will press a bit, I don't know if the 8 can hold on. Hasn't run in a while, so I'm gonna try to chop it up here a bit and either surprise in some multi-race exotics or maybe the longer odds morning line horses here can run down, make the exacta and trifecta a little bit spicier. But I'm gonna go with the 7. It's Sizzling Time as our second selection. The 4, Jaw Mode, and the 1, Looking at Roses, to wrap out our top 4. 2 is going to be tough to beat. Total speed all throughout. 2, Hold the Flight, top selection. 7, It's Sizzling Time. 4, Jaw Mode, and the 1, Looking at Roses. PARX, race 7, 2, 7, 4, and 1. PARX, race 8, mile allowance optional claiming here on the main track. We got some early speed between the 8 and the 2. I think it's going to be a hot pace that they're going to just be chopping it up for the rest of the field to pick up the pieces here. As you can see, the 2 and the 8 kind of just completely just shit the bed and crap out. Pardon my French, but I think we're just going to try to beat this 2, who is going to be like the first or second choice in the odds later in the afternoon. I think the 8 will just completely be the rabbit to take the 2 out of here. So we're going to go with the 3, Pharaoh's Triumph, as our top selection in race 8 here at PARX. I think the other late runners here will just kind of blow on by since they are close to the track class rating and the par speed figure for PARX at this level. So we're going to go with the 4, 5, and 7. Pharaoh's Triumph, the 3, top selection, morning line 9 to 2. The 4, notable exception in our top 4 selections. The 5, Smarten Up, and the 7, Beyond Best. The 3, 4, 5, and 7 are top 4 selections here at PARX Race 8. PARX Race 9, we're looking at allowance, 7 furlongs on the main track. Sort these by speed. The class average for this level event at PARX is not very high. So we're going to go with the 3, chalk a little bit, Lord of the Navy, pretty consistent speed figures. The 7, Kingdom, should close a bit, but we're going to go with the 3, Lord of the Navy, as our top selection. The 7, Kingdom, our second choice here at PARX Race 9. The 4, Uncle Dar, as our in our top 4, and the 2, John Dutton. If anyone's a Yellowstone fan, John Dutton, but I don't think he's going to get it done today. Our top 4 selections here in this allowance event at PARX Race 9. Top selection, the 3, Lord of the Navy, 7, 4, and 2. PARX Race 9, 3, 7, 4, 2. All right, we got PARX Race 10, the finale here at a mile and 70 yards on the turf, allowance optional claiming. The 2 is going to be the odds-on favorite. Has the most consistent speed, Charmed Way. I'm going to try to beat it just because these last races typically kind of blow up here at PARX. Hasn't the last couple days. Been kind of chilly and formful. So I'm going to dive in here a little bit and look at some of these PPs, only because this favorite's been off of a layoff for a bit, and since January, Paco probably will ride the lights out for Jane Sabelli, but there's a couple horses here. This 4, Also off of a very long layoff, Believe You Will is out of Proud Citizen. The Dam, Dirt to Turf for uh, Finecca Bentley is 56% in the money, 100% ROI. Believe You Will, though, 485% ROI, 50% in the money. One horse, two starts, and a bullet work. So we're going to use that in the mix as well with the two. The five, Temple City, I'm about to prove, also off of a long layoff, the Dynaformer pedigree here. Jeremy Laprida, 148% ROI at this distance and surface. And Temple City, classy horse for this type of field at PARX, off of a long layoff. And the 7 is going to be in the mix too, Determined Lily out of Mendelssohn, but this Ghost Zapper mare, tis a Ghost Zapper, 25% win, median win dollars, 1160% ROI, one horse in this, but that's enough for me to include it in the mix. So I'm actually going to go and try to beat this 2. We'll use the 2 in our top 4 though. We're going to go with the 5 on top at 6-1, Neon City out of Temple City. The 4, Believe in Freedom as our second selection. 2, Charmed Way. If it beats us, it beats us. It'll be in the exactas and tries, and also as a coverage in the pick 4. But the 7, Determined Lily, also to round out our top 4 here. PARX, race 10, finale, on the turf. 5, Neon City, top selection, over the 4, Believe in Freedom. 2, Charmed Way, and the 7, Determined Lily. PARX, race 10, 5, 4, 2, and 7. That should wrap up PARX for today. Again, Dave May, creator of Thorostat. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Thorostat, Thorostat, at Thorostat on Twitter. We'll continue to post these full card videos as well as some breakdowns of individual races. Probably not every race moving forward. It's becoming a lot if we're going to do multiple cards on multiple days. So just some standout races. This will be one of them. So thanks again. Follow along. Good luck today at PARX. We've got Delaware as well, and we're going to do Indy Grand here in a bit. Thanks again. Good luck, and talk soon.